Hi friends, so I hope you're all doing well. Don't forget on your ELA assignment, part of it says that you're supposed to write a summary, and also tell me what the point of view is and how you know. So make sure you're reading the directions just so that you hit each step of the assignment. But you guys are doing a great job. I love your responses and the today's discussion board. I love the goals that you're setting. You're setting some fantastic goals. This is something that I'm doing at home with myself and with Marley, Sophie, and Ben, and even Mr. Jones. We're trying to get some stuff done here. So it's always nice to set a goal, cross something off your list, and it feels good when you accomplish it. So today I'm going to continue to read Restart. We left off where they were making a YouTube video. Brendan was about the one-man band, and then all of a sudden the boys all got in trouble because they came in with fire extinguishers and sprayed the room down. But then Chase lied to help get them out of trouble. So I'm going to continue from there. When I arrive at school the next morning, Miss Delia was waiting for me at my locker. You found out what happened, I conclude. I'll apologize to Brendan, Joel, and Kimberly when I see them at Video Club. She shakes her head sadly. I'm sorry, Chase. You're not part of the club anymore. Maybe I'm stupid, but that really catches me by surprise. Nobody told you I didn't do anything wrong? Suddenly, there's a bowling ball in my throat, and I can't seem to clear it away. I spoke to the Webbers on the phone last night, she tells me. Joel's okay, but the family's pretty rattled, considering that the injury came from you. What about Brendan? I press. He knows I'm innocent. I had a talk with him too. He's not so sure about your role, but the word innocent never came up. He shoots me a patronizing gaze. She shoots me a patronizing gaze. And it doesn't help that you backed up the story that your two friends spun about the electrical fire. My heart sinks. She's right about that. I signed on to the lie to save my own skin, but I never thought about how that would look in the video club kids. They know that there was no fire. They've all been waiting for the old me to show up, and I delivered. So they kicked me out? I asked. She shakes her head. That decision was mine. I'm really sorry, Chase. You were doing well. Warrior is the best middle school project I've ever seen. I think of Shoshana. I can only imagine how mad she must be. Don't worry, Miss DeLeo, I say, surprised at how hard it is to keep my voice steady. I'll stay away. It bugs me, but what really bugs me is how much it bugs me. What do I care that a bunch of video club dweebs don't want me in their club? I bring myself up short. Video dweebs. That's what Aaron and Bear call them. As upset as I am, I'm not going to stoop low enough to use their words. I blame myself for this mess that I'm in, but mostly I blame those two. Speaking of Aaron and Bear, they're acting like everything is beyond awesome between us. Funny, I found a way to give them a pass for a lot of rotten stuff, including maybe even stealing a War Heroes medal. But what I can't forgive them for turns out to be something that I actually did by myself. I protected them because it was the way to protect myself. The cost turned out to be one video club, plus the way I feel every time Aaron and Bear refers to me as our boy. I start taking weird detours through the halls just to avoid running into them. My one consolation is this is a short day for me. Dad's picking me up at 11 and taking me to my appointment with Dr. N, the sports medicine specialist. At least that spares me lunch at the football table. I won't be eating with the video crowd anytime soon. It's possible to lose your appetite. Is it possible to lose your appetite for an entire school year? I spot Brendan a couple of times, but when he sees me, he quickly turns away. I catch a glimpse of Shoshana, scorching me with that look that would melt titanium. I don't think Joel is even at school. Dr. N re-enters the exam room and beams at me. Well, young man, I've got good news and better news. The good news is you exhibit no lingering concussion symptoms and you're fit as a fiddle in every way. The better news is I'm signing the medical form authorizing you to return to the football team with no restrictions. Congratulations! Gee, what a surprise. Dad searched and found a doctor who could clear a dead man to go out there and get tackled, and only 60 miles away. As we drive home in the Stang, Dad rails again, brain dead Cooperman, who keeps me off the gridiron for no real reason. Dr. Cooperman has a diploma from the Harvard Medical School in his office, I tell him. I didn't see a diploma on Dr. N's wall. Dad snorts into the wheel. Just because he isn't one of those Ivy League snobs doesn't mean he isn't as legit as they come. This is great news, champ. You're back on the team. His brow darkens. And maybe those stumblebums will start winning again once you're out there. In 3 weeks, I remind him, school rules. 1 week of non-contact practice, then 2 weeks in full pads before I can play in a real game. Just in time for the late season playoff run. Dad chortles. I'm not that happy about my triumphant return to football, and it isn't only because of Dr. N. Who would have signed a paper certifying that I was pregnant with triplets if my father had paid him enough money? It's not the medical part that bothers me. I know I'm fine. Dr. Cooperman has pretty much said so himself. I'm even interested in the game and excited to see if I'm as good as everybody says that I used to be. The part I don't like is that the football me is the old me, and I don't want to be that guy anymore. Look how fast my pre-amnesia instincts kicked in the minute Aaron and Bear jammed me up yesterday. But really, what choice do I have except for the Hurricanes? I'm kicked out of the video club, and I lost every one of the friends I made there. Things are finally turning around for you, champ, my father goes on. But maybe not the way I wanted them to. I complain. But why? Because a bunch of sissies are ticked off at you? He doesn't understand why the video club thing hurts so much. And I'm not sure I understand myself. All right. So he's kicked out of video club. Can't say that I'm surprised at that. And it's interesting to see how people are changing their point of view of him. So, and it's also interesting to see how he thinks of himself now. He's questioning the old him versus the new him. So some interesting things are happening. I wonder how he's going to make out going back to the football team. And is it really safe for him to go? Because that doctor cleared him, but is he really ready? Concussions are really serious, especially ones that give you amnesia. All right, so we'll have to see. Take care. Keep up the good work. And I'm going to do a Zoom meeting to talk about Restart. So look for that email. I'll let you know if it's going to be tomorrow or Thursday. I just have to check my other schedule, and I'll send an email out. All right, guys, take care.